Alright, this is a comic that is worth no money whatsoever. This is Stir Fry Comics presents Super Squad featuring the Justice Society of Superheroes. This is number 58, and that is a bloomin' long name, isn't it? This comic, it has got no notable first appearances or any significance within the overall history of comics. There is nothing of any monetary value behind this single issue. This is the start of a 70s revival of the Justice Society of Superheroes. It's meant to be like the next generation, so we have got Bucky, we have got Robert, and we have got Supergirl, and then all the old fogies, they have been defeated. The writer of this book, Gerry, creator of The Punisher, he doesn't last long, and Paul Levi's takes over and the series becomes good. And this original idea we have here, which is just flat out stolen from someone else's idea that Gerry was privy to at Marvel, that he took and sold to DC when he was fired from Marvel for being an unethical editor-in-chief. Well, this whole idea, the kid-teen team thing, it gets abandoned and it just becomes a Justice Society of Superheroes book. So here is our Justice Society of Superheroes. We have got the Flask, the one with the funny art, Captain Mid-Nite, Black Panther, Dr. Fate, Green Lanterns, the original version, and Stephen Hawkman. And they have learned that in 24 hours time, the world is going to end. And unlike REM, they didn't feel fine about that. It is a DC story, so obviously the Justice Society of Superheroes, they decide to split up into smaller groups to go and investigate. Here though, we have got our introduction to Bucky. He stops a robbery in progress. He is using Starman's magic star stick thing. And if you look at this scene and you consider that he only has a lend of it, he is borrowing it while Starman is in hospital. He is giving it back to Starman soon. If he didn't have this stick, he would have been shot dead straight away in this scene. This book, it is set in the present. It's not set during World War II like Stir Fry Squadron is. We get a little bit of Bucky's history here and some character stuff with him. And then there is a big earthquake, and it's that end of the world that the Justice Society of Superheroes were talking about. And Bucky, he saves a woman and her child from some debris, but again, using Starman's magic star stick thing. If he didn't have this, he would be knackered. Then he crosses paths with Stephen Hawkman and Captain Mid-Nite, who have just arrived. They fill in Bucky on what is happening. Then we are introduced to our villain, Brian Wave. He is an art character from the Golden Age. Here is Batman selling some fruit pies. This is mainly here to break up Brian Wave's melodramatic monologues about being ugly. There's an advert for the comic that you are reading. I love it when they do that. So Brian Wave, he is planning to destroy the world as revenge for people calling him ugly. And here we meet Robert. There has been a gas attack. And in keeping with this rinse and repeat formula, now Green Lanterns and Dr. Fate, they show up. And they get to explain to Robert what is going on. I think I have said before, I am not the biggest fan of the whole repetition thing that our DC Comics stand for. They always have teams split up into smaller groups and usually just end up repeating the same scenes or ideas, just with different characters. Then we jump over to our last set of heroes, the Flask and Black Panther. They have gone to Japan and there is a volcano. It's like the volcano in Captain Atamant. It just is there. And to stop this volcano, Here is Supergirl, and this definitely isn't the character's first appearance. If it was, this comic, it would be worth some money. But this definitely isn't her first appearance or anything like that. So she stops the volcano with her fists, or maybe her boob window. Also, we have got another problematic Eastern Army coloured yellow in a Gerry Conway comic. So she meets the Justice Society of Superheroes, and together they beat up the evil Yellow Army. And then Supergirl, right at the end, she points out that the Justice Society of Superheroes splitting up was stupid, and that they should all group together to try and stop what is happening. And I kind of like that. I didn't think it was intentional commentary, but it is nice to see a character point it out. We have got a weird ending though, where Supergirl, she announces that the bad guy behind all of this is Brian Wave. Like, it's meant to be a big reveal or a twist, even though we just saw him a few pages ago. Maybe my inherent fondness for this issue is more entirely for the run that follows by Paul Levi's. This is almost a non-story. It is like you have bought half a comic. Good thing it isn't worth loads and loads and loads of money then. But on the other hand, I do wish it was worth loads and loads and loads of money. Like, I wish this was like the first appearance of a character, like maybe one of these three here. Maybe Supergirl. If it was her first appearance, this comic might be worth something, but it's not. I rate it 7 thumbs up.